Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Forex Tech Magazine. You're here with your host, Lewis, and look forward to getting to a lot of information today. Before we get too far in the information that we're going to be giving you today, we want to put that disclaimer out there real quick. Disclaimer goes a little something like this. Any information that you receive from us today, previously, or even in the future should solely be considered to be for educational and entertainment purposes only. None of the content that we give out should ever be considered to be investment advice. If you are in need of investment advice, our boom, 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 bam. All right, so what you see in front of me right now is a live chart. This is from the trades that we placed yesterday. Previously, I don't know if you guys remember the trades or the thought process of what we were doing yesterday, but it went in something like a little something like this. We're going to short the market. That was the thinking, right? We're short the market. Just looked at some levels and just kind of went in and said, okay, we're going to short here. And so this is where we're at right now. Particularly with the this one pair right here. This is the Great Britain Pound US Dollar. This is our entry price. We got in right after the right at the 4 a.m. candle mark, and it's been going down ever since, right? Which is good because we short the market, right? And if you look right now on our screen, it's about $195, so it's 19.4 pips. So that one is going well. The other one that we shorted was the Australian pound. Right, and we shorted that one here, Great Britain dollar, shorting the Australian pound. Funny thing about this one, it actually pulled up significantly before it began to make this track down, right? Which we're not mad at. Happy to be in it, happy to take part of that. But as you see, it didn't really start going into the money until about an hour ago. That's when we got into the money with this one right here. So that's a good. That right there is a that's a good trade also. And we're gonna take a step back. I'm just gonna give you a quick overview, but we're gonna take a step back and look at each one of these a little bit more detail here shortly. Got into this one right here. Looks like we probably got in around about the 4 a.m. candle mark. 4 if not 5. But anywho, it's been going up ever since. This one right here could be a wash. And this right might be one that we might need to look at. Just kind of taking out for the table. And the reason being is because you see it's making higher lows, low, higher low, higher high, higher low. But it hasn't broken through the ultimate higher high that's up here. So still think it's in a downward trending market. Still in a downward trend. Just it's been getting a really good pullback over the last couple of hours. So that may be something that we look at reassessing and getting out of that, trading out of that pair, and just sticking with the ones that we got right now. Anywho, don't think we're going to do a full hour today. Probably today's going to be probably about 30 minutes or so. Once again, still feeling a little bit of the dragginess and the under the weatherness from yesterday. You guys remember yesterday? Wasn't really feeling it. I do believe though we should be profitable for the end of the month with the next trade that we're going to put on, which is going to be we're going to short. Believe it or not, we're going to short the GPV Canadian dollar, right? And you're probably saying like, why in the world would you short this? What are you doing? Well, if you remember yesterday, when we came in, we looked at this pair, showed you, said, look, man, this thing is, it's higher highs, higher lows, but lower highs, right? So it's consolidating, right? If you notice, remember that, right? So here's a high, here's a low, here's another high, here's another low that's higher than the previous low. Here's another high that's a lower high that's lower than that previous high. And here's a low that's higher than the previous low. High that's lower than the previous high. Low higher than the previous low. Blah, 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 blah. You get the point, right? It's consolidating. Typically, when you get this consolidation pattern, it tends to be a continuation, right? Um, so essentially, what's going to happen is this thing should continue in the direction that it originally was going. The original direction that it was going was south. So based off of that, we believe that it should continue to move in that direction. Probably looking to try to take about 150, 200 pips on this one. So that combined with the other ones, once they uh, final out, should get us to where we need to be at. Right? Should. Just never know about these things. Right? Something could come out in the market that spooks the market and send this thing going back the opposite direction, but don't anticipate it. Also, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure that you go to our site or even below our Twitch channel and in the panel section and download, or I'm sorry, rather, register for the Smart Trader software. That's the software that we're actually using right now. It is a really great software. If you're not using it, you should be using it. Highly recommend you register for that. And just a full disclosure here, we are an affiliate of this software firm. And so what that means to you is that if you do register and you do decide to purchase an actual copy and not just a demo copy, then we would get compensated for it. Um, but once again, when we get compensated for it, it's not like a ton of money, folks. I mean, that helps us keep this channel going, so that way we can provide you with all this great content to help you become better traders. Okay, so if you're able to do it, please do so. One of the reasons why we like this platform so much is just because of the smart tools here. Right, you got smart fib. So if you don't know where to draw your fibs or exactly how to draw Fibonacci's, but you want to, you heard so much about them and you want to use them, this right here actually does it for you. All you gotta do is find a low point on your chart and just click it and bam, it automatically puts it up there for you, right? And give you those ratios. The other thing that we like about this is the smart trend line. Once again, if you're not sure how to draw trend lines, or if you're not sure where they should go, you can come in here and bam, it does it for you, right? And there's a host of other things that it does for you as well. Met someone recently that were paying a lot of money for some software, that some platform they were on, and really all they were using for was the harmonic patterns. I mean, it was paying like 1/3 for what they were paying for that. You can come in and upgrade to the $59.99 month program, and then have access to these smart patterns, which is basically going to give you those harmonic patterns and stuff. And it's gonna all you gotta do is click a point on the chart, and it's gonna boom automatically place it on there for you. So therefore, it gives you the advantage instead of you having to sit there and try to figure out where your X is, where your A, your B, your C, and D. It's gonna automatically do that for you, and all you gotta do is go back and just place the trade. So this thing right here, if you're starting out, and even if you've been doing it for a while, it's one of those softwares that it is you really can't beat for the amount that you're getting with it, right? You really can't beat it, and then the just all that's coming with it. I mean, you're getting a lot. And this right here, what I'm just telling you today is really kind of like the tip of the iceberg. There's a ton of other stuff in here that I've left out just because I can't think of it all right now. I mean, they have candlestick patterns that automatically populate once you click on it. So right there, I just clicked on bearish engulfing, and automatically every bearish engulfing candlestick that's on this chart popped up. And the cool thing about that is, especially when you're going in and you're looking at where your support and resistance lines are at, and you got price going up towards the resistance line, and you see a bearish engulfing, what is that going to mean to you? Well, we need to sell on the very next one, right? And boom, you the sell, boom, get into the trade, right? Boom, sell, make profit. Boom, sell, make profit. Boom, sell, made profit. Boom, sell, would make profit, right? Yeah, we made profit on all of these, right? So that is a cool feature that some of the stuff actually comes in the demo version as well, which is pretty cool because a lot of places are not going to give you a lot for a demo, but they give you a full range of tools for the demo, and then when you get the upgrade, it's even better. So yeah, absolutely. If you get opportunity, definitely go over and do that. The other thing is, if you wanted to learn more about trading, or if you just kind of want to get up to speed with some of the lingo that you hear me speaking, or if you just want to kind of get a refresher, don't forget to go to our site, the ForexTechMagazine.com. Go there, register, and go in and download our free trading course. Right? That's right. It's free, FREE. All right, free 99. Right, whatever the young folks are saying these days. But it's a good opportunity to get in there, get some really great content for yourself, and really be able to get out there and help you with navigating this market. One of the biggest things I think that most people have, or one of the biggest problems that most people find they have, is that when you're starting out, there's a lot of information out there. Um, you can find information all over the internet, but how do you actually pull it all together so it makes sense? So that way, when you go in there, you're trading, that you're actually trading and not getting confused by what's happening in the market. And unfortunately, because there's so much information out there, a lot of people tend to get confused. And this right here is a great way for you to be able to pull everything together and to make sense out of what's going on in the market and help that understanding. Because that's the key. I see a lot of people talk about, oh, well, I'm going to use this strategy, or I'm going to use this robot, or I'm going to use this whatever. And other things are cool, right? If you understand the principles and the strategies behind them. But if you don't understand what's going on, there's no way you're going to be able to get the full capability out of any strategy that you're using. Okay? Because if I'm just sending you signals, right? And you trade off the signals that I send you, how do you know the signals that I'm sending you is actually any good? How do you know the signals that I'm sending you are worth anything, right? So unless you can actually go into the market and kind of go in there and do some interpretation of what's happening in the market for yourself, you really don't know if somebody's sending you or somebody's trying to give you a bunch of crap or not, right? So that's why I always advocate, learn as much as you can, right? Because the more you know, the less likely somebody can actually come in and take advantage of you. Not saying that somebody will, or not saying that somebody still couldn't, because there's a lot of crafty, a lot of unscrupulous people out there. But if you know what you're talking about, you understand what's going on, it's a lot harder to take advantage of a person who is aware than a person who's not aware. Okay? Always remember that, folks. So the one pair that I do want to look at trading tonight, and I gotta tell you, I'm probably gonna go ahead and get in on this now. I'm not gonna wait till the candlestick close. Would be my Great Britain pound Canadian dollar. I want to short this one, and you ask me again, why are you shorting? Because if we look at the overall trend, it has been down. Oops. It's going down. However it looks, it's going down. And it's been going down for a while. And I believe it's going to continue to go down. And I want in the market, right? Not going to chase the market. Have no desire to chase the market. Never do. Never will. Right? We just come in and replace our entry. And then what I'm going to do is I'm come back and I'm going to place my stop losses and my take order for shortly. Let me come back and put that in a few. But at any rate, so yeah, you know what? Let's go back and look at some of the trades that we made today, and let's talk about what went right, what went wrong, and how we can make it better. And I gotta tell you, everything we did today so far went right. The only one that's not going right, that went wrong, would be the Japanese yen one. But you know what? That pair, not too overly concerned about it. And the reason being is just because given the weight, it seems like it's that's being pressured right now in the Great Britain pound. That one should give way as well. So it's just a matter of just kind of waiting it out and just seeing what the market's going to give to me. But so yeah, so as you can see, the market's been going down overall, right? And that was the last support slash resistant area that it hit before it made this nice little breakdown, right? And just kind of coming in and looking at that. And also, let me go back for a second. Let me just caveat something here. We've been trading this London daybreak strategy for a while now. It's about 30 days. And I'm not too totally impressed with it, to be honest with you. I think there's some flaws with it, and I think the some of the flaws, there's some good and some bad with it. Um, I want to try to refine it as much as possible, and it could just be me. I think maybe a majority of it could just be me. Maybe I was just getting a little bit too early, and that's the reason why. But I just noticed that I was getting stopped out early on a lot of these trades before I had time to materialize into something. So that forced me to kind of rethink where my stops are at. But when I rethink my stops, that means I got to put in, excuse me, I got to be able to take a higher risk. And I don't like taking on more risk in order to achieve a profit. So for me, the strategy, I got mixed feelings about it. If it works for you, continue to work with it. I had to make some adjustments to it for it to kind of really fit into my trading style. A couple things that we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. Just kind of give you guys some announcements, let you guys know what we're doing. One, we're going to switch up we're going to be getting out of the London daybreak strategy. So no more filming at 3 o'clock in the morning. Woo-hoo. Thank God. We will be filming just probably through the regular trading hours up until probably from 8 a.m. I'm thinking from either between 7 to 8 a.m. up until noon Eastern time. Somewhere around that, we'll trade. Just basically, what we want to do is we want to catch the London, and we want to catch the U.S. Especially, we want to catch the close of the London. For the last 30 days, we've been catching the open of the London. So for the next 30 days, we'll probably be trying to catch the close of the London. Also, still be Monday through Fridays. Also, we probably put in an extra day in there. I mean, some extra times in there where we trade throughout the day. So I haven't kind of figured it out just yet, but we want to up our trading times and what we're trading. And also, too, we're going to be looking to do is switching over to this live account, to a real account. Right now, this is a demo account that we've been trading so far, which has been pretty cool. But we do want to get into a real account. And the reason being is just because with the real account, there are some things that we will experience that we're not going to experience with the demo account, such as the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. But there are some things that we're going to experience with the real account that we may not necessarily experience with the demo account. And so came close. So we want to get into the real account. And if you haven't already purchased the software, went in and upgraded the software, I'm gonna tell you something you're gonna definitely want to do. And the reason being is because it's gonna help you when we start trading live, so that way, especially if you're trading with us, that you'll be able to take advantage and be able to use all of the tools and stuff that we're using when we're live. So once again, not next week. I think the week after next is when we're gonna switch up the schedule a little bit. I'll put out an announcement about that on our social media pages and everything, and also I'll keep you informed of the date here. But just kind of keep in mind that we will be changing our time frame as far as streaming, because we're going to be changing the strategy that we're in. We're going to be getting out of the London Daybreak, and we're going to be rolling over into some other strategies. But we do want to trade with the still on London time, but more so with the close of London and also with the opening of the U.S. markets. Okay. And if anybody got any coffee recipes or something, please send it to me because I am tired of drinking this mud that I call coffee. It was horrible. All right, so once again, so this is the Great Britain CAD. This is a pair that we're looking to get into today, and I've already kind of put in my my entry order. I haven't put in where my stop loss and my take profit is going to be at yet, just because I know where I want to go, but I don't know if I necessarily just want to put it in just yet. I'll probably put it in here momentarily. It's going to be a rather wide stop loss and rather wide take profit, just because of the movement that I'm expected to make in this particular pair. If you notice here, and I kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, what you're seeing, right, is consolidation. Right? See, this was the oops. So if you can see from here, this is all the way from October 11th all the way down to the 24th, right? Price made a move down, right? And now it's kind of moving sideways. Remember, we talked about it's three ways the price can move, right? Up, down, or sideways. That's it, right? It's kind of a variation of those three, right? Up to the side, down to the side, something like that, right? But it's pretty much it. It goes straight up, but then or straight down. But usually when those sharp moves occur, you kind of expect a pullback or some type of retracement afterwards, right? But in this situation, price has been moving down and it's off to the side, right? So what does that mean for us? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means that price is consolidating, right? And if you look right here, right, price made a big move, came back up, came back down. And what do we got here? We got a lower high, right? So this is a low, got a lower high, higher low, a lower high, because this high right here is lower than this previous high, right? A higher low, because this low is higher than this previous low here. We've got another lower high, because this high is lower than this high over here, right? A higher low, because this low is higher than this low over here, right? And lower high. So what's happening is price is consolidating, right? It's kind of like, if you think about it like a coil or a spring, if you wind it real tight, gets real small, right? It's a lot of stored energy in there, right? And then when you take your hands off of it and let it go, what happens? Bam! Right? It just springs out, right? Same thing with price when it starts to consolidate, right? It's like a coil spring. It gets wound up really tight, and then what happens is once it lets go, like it springs out. So it's a lot of pent up energy here. So when you got a lot of pent up energy like that, you should always expect a pretty big move, one direction or the other. And typically, when you see a consolidation pattern like this right here, like this right little triangle or wedge type pattern here, expect the continuation to be in the direction where the market was previously going, and the market was going down. So we should expect a continuation of that downward move, and that's what we got. Let's see here. And I think that right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my stop losses. All right, folks, we are positive. And you may say, well, Lewis, why in the world did you put like such a huge stop loss on there? And the reason being is because I want to, what I really want to do is I want to get back up above this high here. But this is resistance, right? But what I really want to do is I want to get back above this this high point. Just because the likelihood of price retracing back there is slim to none. And it gives us a little bit better protection for market movement. Especially there's a whipsaw effect. Oops. Especially there's a whipsaw effect in the market. Last thing we want to do is get pushed out of our position by some nonsense. And we got some good positions here, so I think we're pretty solid as far as where we're at and what we're doing. The main thing now is just to kind of monitor it. And just watch it from here. I mean, I think, like I said before, I think we're pretty solid position. Even the looks like Japanese yen, Great Britain pound Japanese yen, starting to come back around again. And once again, I mean, you know, looking at the overall pool of the market, and it looks like it is coming to it. And if you look, this is it hit its peak right here, right? But that matches up with what support over here. So this is more like a little support resistance line that is actually kind of connecting with right now, and that is giving way to some selling pressure here. Now, would this cause it to sell and go all the way back into profitability for us? I don't know. I sure hope so. But, you know, once again, we're not using hope as part of our trading strategy, so I don't want to necessarily use that word. But a couple of things to kind of remember here, too. This is the end of the month, so people are going to want to score out everything. All right, end of the month, first part of the, so we got October, yeah, end of the month. First month in the fourth quarter. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, once again, they want to be up. And so they want to close out these positions, cash out, and then, you know, start positioning themselves for what they're going to be going into for, you know, November. Right? So, good opportunity to take advantage of the momentum that's already in the market. Just kind of go ahead and let it fulfill, you know, whatever they were going to go ahead and do. And you just sit back and just kind of ride on with it, right? And remember, you don't have to chase the markets. If you sit back and you do this enough, the markets will come to you, okay? So I'm getting some really good movement here. We're up 242, okay, so that's good. And everything's positive except for the, of course, Japanese yen. Thank you guys for being so patient with me over the last couple of days, man. Just been not feeling it yesterday or today. Hopefully we'll get back to our old selves here shortly. Good price movement, 300, that's good. 285 back, 324. And then you see prices moving pretty rapidly, and a lot of that just has to do with the fact that, you know, there's a lot of money coming into the open, to, you know, the London market right about now. A lot of people taking positions, and like I said, it's the end of the month, so a lot of stuff got to get closed out before they go over into November. And so you can see a lot more price action, a lot more movement as we get on into the day, especially going into the American hour, right before the London close. You should definitely see a lot more movement going in. This is freaking awesome. And you know, when you think about it, and you look at this right here, you know, it's $358, 339 or whatever. You know, for a lot of folks, even if you wanted to like just say, hey, you know what, right now, I made enough money for the day. I want to just stop for the day. I mean, that's perfect. You know, how many people makes $343 or $339 a day? Not many, right? And so, you know, when you start learning how to trade and you get a little bit better at trading or whatever, remember, you don't have to hit a home run every time you trade, but you do want to try to get on base, right? And essentially, what we're doing right now is with this trade, this is a get on base trade, right? And what we're going to look to do, is before we close out of our positions today, we're going to look to be back at profitability. So sometime between today and tomorrow, we should be back full profitability, anticipating. uh, just based off of our entry points, where we're at, and how the market is trending right now. So, cool thing is, stick with this, guys. I know a lot of you guys are kind of like new to trading and whatnot. It can be scary. It can kind of be tough, but stick with it. Right? Trading is no more difficult than anything else you've already tackled in your life thus far, and it's one of those things where a lot of people will try to get you fearful of trading on your own, but reality is that you can trade on your own. You don't need anyone to trade for you. You don't need anyone to manage an account for you. Uh, what you need is just somebody to help explain to you how to trade and what the terminology and all that stuff is, and maybe even an accountability partner, somebody that kind of sits down with you and talks you through some of your decisions that you're about to make. Make sure that you're not just being emotional when you go in there and make a trade. Those things are very helpful. But as far as needing somebody to trade for you, absolutely not. You can learn how to do this on your own. And I tell people all the time, listen, if I was able to learn how to trade, if I did it, you can do it. Absolutely, 100%. I know it, right? I was the textbook worst trader ever. Let's see. I was a textbook, worst trader ever. And, it took me some while to kind of learn this stuff. I didn't have anybody to coach me on. I didn't have an accountability coach. I didn't have any, one. It was pretty much just learn as I go type trading. But by the grace of God, I stuck with it. And here we are today, right? Somebody can actually help and teach other folks how to trade. The cool thing about what we've done over the last 30 days, we use this London day trading strategy just to kind of see what it was like, see if there's anything really with it. Like I said, some folks like it. It's not my favorite, not as is, but then too, I was making some of my own variations with it. So I'll make some, that's what it is. I think that it can be something there for somebody who likes it. But the main thing is, be disciplined no matter how you trade it. Just try to have some type of strategy in place and be disciplined with strategy and see how it goes for you. Personally, I like my little spin that I put on it because I think it's a little bit better, at least for me anyway. But with trading, just like everything else in life, man, a lot of times there's really no right or wrong. It's kind of like just what's right for you, right? Type answers with this, right? And so just remember, just give you a little recap. We were down a significant amount of money here. It was like, what, 44? Was it 4,400? 5,400, something like that. Overall. And so now we're in the process of getting all that back, which, like I said, we should. By the end of the day, no later than Thursday, probably should have it, back where we need to be at profitability wise. And you may say, well, how do you do that? How do you know that? Well, once again, that's what I was trying to tell you, not to panic while we was trading, because if you know what you're doing, and you know how to go in here, you know how to use the markets, know how to go in there and take profit from the markets, then you understand that when you get into a situation where the trade didn't go the way you planned it, or you're not making the money like you thought you were going to make, you won't panic, and you know how to get back into the market and make your money, right? Once again, folks, it ain't that hard. Market's either going up, down, or sideways. That's it. Or a variation of the two. That's it. Doesn't do anything else. right? So wait, this right here is our worst trade right here of the day so far right now. And as you can see, this is where the price is currently at, right? This right here is where our entry was at, right? This right here is where our stop loss is at. So if it hits this right here, it means we're going to be out of the trade, and we'll take whatever loss that we get. But our preference would be for it to go ahead and come on down, go through our, go back into our where we originally purchased it at, and just keep on continuing through there and hit our take profit. And if everything goes as planned, that's what should happen uh, today or tomorrow. But as you always know, nothing ever goes as planned, and so I'm pretty sure this won't either. Right? Murphy's Law, whatever can happen will happen, right? This right here is the same chart, same currency pair, but on a daily view. Right? Just looking at it here. Now some people will say, well, you know what, look, it hit the low right there, and then this right here are two candlesticks confirming that this is a low because they're higher than that previous low, and that could be the case. It actually could be the case. We won't know for sure until this one closes, and then that could be the low right there. And if that is the case, then this thing will continue to move on up. But I'm kind of doubtful of that if it's no more than just for the fact that we are in a resistance zone right now, and then I look at how this candlestick is forming, right? It's not very, it's bullish, but it's not bullish, right? It's kind of like an indecision. See that long pan right there, long wick, right? Price went all the way up, got pushed back down. Once again, price is trying to go up. Looks like it's getting pushed back down. So there's selling pressure on this pair, right? And if anything, my assessment would be that after this long downturn here, right, the price just needs a little bit of a break, right? It says right here's a little pressure release valve. The price is kind of taking a breather before it continues to make its move down. So that's my initial assessment of this one. All right. Could I be wrong? Absolutely, I could be wrong. Could I be right? Always. So this come down a lot, from where it was at earlier today. It's come down significantly. It's come down a lot. The trade we just went into, the Great Britain pound, Canadian dollar, it's already up $118, which is good. Great Britain pound, US dollar is up 413.31. Great Britain pound, Aussie dollar, that one's already up $229, which is really good. And the Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar, we're up $578.23, which is really good. The only thing that's really kind of giving us a hard time, like I said before, is that the Great Britain pound, Japanese yen, which that one in itself looks to be coming back, and so that is good. If we can get that one going to the positive, man, that'll be great. And once again, all that will help for us to be able to recoup and to get back positive for the month before we get out of this month, which is cool. So let's get into another pair here. Let's see something here. I thought it was going to actually end this early, but man, the caffeine is starting to kick in now, so that's a good thing, right? Did I talk about the... let's talk about this one. This is the Great Britain pound, US dollar. This is the daily chart. Very close to our take profit here, so we may want to actually even look at moving it. Yeah. Let's look at the hour chart. See where we're at. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, very close. Almost hit it. Looks like. So this one right here should probably hit within the next hour or so, to be honest with you. Is there a reason why we put that one there like that? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that just the way it is. And the reason being is because we're right there by support. Um, right there by support. This thing, I mean, it could go a little bit farther. You know, I might just bring it down to that number here, which is the 127, 39, 80, 39, 8. I'll write that down. The key here is not to get greedy, right? But at the same time, not to leave money on the table if at all possible, all right? Because what we want to do is we want to maximize, all right? We want to max out the most amount of money we can get per trade. But we don't want to necessarily be greedy on a trade either, right? That's a good way to get us hurt. So let's see where we at. So we're gonna put in. We were 9 pips away before, so now we're gonna put in 3, 9, 8. So try to get another $379 out of this thing, which would bring it up to about 700 and some odd dollars for that particular trade. Which I don't think that's bad. I think that's pretty good. I think it's smart, right? So we'll see how that plays out. It actually puts us in the lower area of support right here, right? Which is good because typically price tends to crash these support areas. Sometimes they can hit on the pin and turn on the dime. Sometimes they linger on. So we'll see. If anything, what we'll do is we'll bring up our stop loss and make this a risk-free trade. And maybe just gotta make a risk-free trade on all of these. Just to make sure that we're going to end in profitability for all these folks. Right. So that's good. We like that one. Let me put this on an hourly chart. Yeah, so that was a pretty nice, strong, downward move right there. Right, it's good, strong downward candlestick. The great thing about that candlestick is that it create a lower low than what was previous here. And once again, as long as we're making lower lows and lower highs, what does that mean, folks? We're moving lower, right? That we're still in a downward trend, and that's key. Lower lows, lower highs means that we're still moving lower, downward trend, and we need to hold our position and keep going, right? More money to be made. Only when we start making higher highs and higher lows, then we say, okay, maybe we need to get out, and that's kind of what we're looking at here when we think about the Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. So this one right here is making higher highs, higher lows, higher low. Let me say low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, or same high, really. Right. And then just trying to figure out what's going to happen here. Is this thing going to go lower or not? So what's going to be happening up here over the next couple of minutes or hours or so? It's going to be very important to determine whether or not this thing's going to be continue going low, or if it's going to go ahead and hit our stop loss. Hopefully, though, it should be going low, but we'll see. Don't really control those things, so we'll see. We will see. But I think overall, we're just in a really great position. Overall, I think we're in a good position to be profitable, good position to return back to profitability, which I will be so glad. So glad. Once again, I mean, if you having doubts when you're trading that you can't get your money back, that you can't get back to profitability, then you need to rethink how you trade and what your trading strategy is, really, realistically, right? One of the things that we offer is the, free, not free, but it's actually a mentorship where we come in and sit down with you and kind of go through your trades with you, look at your trading strategy, look at your trading diary, and kind of help you identify some weaknesses and some strengths in your trading strategy, and then kind of act as an accountability partner with you to help you become potentially help you become a better trader over time, right? I think having an accountability partner is so important. And if you don't even use us, then use somebody. Make sure you're using someone. Don't just start out trying to trade on your own. Like I said, if you're not going to use us, use someone. I encourage that. Just make sure that they're reputable and they understand what they're doing and that they can help you get to a profitability, especially if your account gets down. Because one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to have two people that's panicking with your money and your account goes down. You definitely don't want to have somebody who's not really into it and who doesn't really care, who doesn't have an interest in you becoming successful either when your account value goes down. So certain things is going to be very important. One, have somebody who has a vested interest that you do well, and then two, somebody's going to help you not panic, but help you get your account back to where it needs to be at. Now, it's no guarantee that if you ever go down that your account will ever go back up again. It's just not, I tell you this all the time. Trading, though, is something that's done with probability, so it's based off of numbers. And, you want to be, the certain setups that are more likely to be successful than other setups. And so that's really kind of what your time comes down to is, well, how likely am I going to be successful if I use this particular strategy in this situation, right? And then the other thing, of course, is can't control how much you're going to make, right? Because even though I put my take profit targets out there, try to get a couple of pips, there's no guarantee, right? I can't go in. I don't have enough money to be able to influence the market, right? It's not a penny stock, so even if I had $1 million, I couldn't go in there and influence the market on Forex. Forex market is one of the things where you kind of, left to the whims of the market, right? So the one thing that you can control, though, is how much you're willing to lose on any one trade. And so that's where your edge is at, and that's where you have to, really kind of utilize that edge and really kind of focus in. And so that means that a lot of times you have to go in and you have to say, listen, man, I don't want to be over leveraged on this trade, or hey, you know what, I really need to maybe go from a standard lot to a mini lot or a micro lot in this trade, or whatever it is that you got to do, just to make sure that you're controlling that. If you happen to lose on this one particular trade, maybe if you may even have to sit out. There's been a couple times where we didn't even trade just because we're like, you know what, nah, don't see anything good, today, and I'll just wait. Hell, even with this other trade we just did, right, with the Great Britain CAD, we waited before we got in, right? We saw it yesterday. We saw it building up potential yesterday, right? But we just didn't want to get in just yet. So, we're going to look at this thing because still it was moving pretty wide. And it was like, we'll continue to look at it. We'll continue to observe. But we're not going to get in just yet. And then only to today that I saw, said, it looks like a good opportunity to get in. Let's go ahead and get in, and thank God it did, because guess what? Now it made a massive move down, right? But these are things that you learn over time by trading on a regular basis, right? And by working with folks who's know how to trade and who's consistent, right, with trading. So remember, there's a lot of energy pent up in here. It broke. That's good. That should bring in some more sellers, a lot more sellers in, for them to get in on this. With that breaking, And the fact that everybody's kind of selling out of the Great Brent pound right now would definitely lead me to believe that the Great Brent pound, Japanese yen, you're gonna find some sellers that's gonna come in here and start selling out of this one as well. And once they do, this should go back to profitability as well. So, like I said, unless something happens here over the next 24 to 48 hours that changes folks' minds about the Great Brent pound closing into the going into the close of October, we should end up profitable. Excuse me. We should end up profitable and you know, pretty fun trade. Let's look at another one here. Let's see. Got about 8 more minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at look at this one, a New Zealand dollar. Oh yeah, this is the one I want to show you. I had been thinking about this one because I looked at this earlier, and I thought it was pretty cool because these are support resistance lines that we had drawn out here earlier. You know, before we even took the trade, and we just kind of like identifying. Remember, we're just trying to identify where the market is at and where we are in relation to the market. You know, whether or not we should actually be looking to sell or we should be looking to buy or whatnot. And when I went in and I looked at this one, you know, as you can see, you know, the market, this is the resistance area, this is the support area here, all right? So just see how the market kind of played out, right? And remember, sometimes support can turn into resistance, right? So when we went in and we sold yesterday morning, right? Because this is the 3 AM candlestick here, right? And of course, when I initially put this in, I don't believe I waited to the end of the 3 AM mark. I think what we did, we cut it early yesterday, and so I went in and I took some positions. Yeah, you're absolutely right. What we see is that price went back up, and it tried to go back through, it tried to retest that support line, right? But then what happened is that support line became resistance, right? And we talked about this before. How sometimes support can become resistance, right? So what was support before in the past? The price came down, touched it, and bounced off. Price came down, touched it, and bounced back off. Got pushed back up by buyers. This time, the buyers let the price go through, right? And so it sold through support. But then it tried to come back up and try to retest that support, try to see if it could get back up and maybe push back up to this level of resistance. And just wasn't enough buyers there, man. Not enough people believed in this to say, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and buy in and push this back up. Yeah. In fact, some of those buyers probably became sellers in this, and that's the reason why you see it kind of like moving sideways again, right? Before it just ultimately starts to head down, right? And remember what we talked about. Market only moves 3 ways, right? Up, down, and sideways. And you see it right here. You see all 3 moves right here. You moved up, you move down, you move sideways, right? It's right here, move up, and move sideways, and now it's moving down. Simple. Simple. As long as you can remember that, you'll have a pretty simple, easy time with trading, right? It's not that, it's not that complicated, right? Not that complicated at all. Complexity comes into place where people start trying to trade beyond their strengths. And what I mean by that is you see a lot of people come in and start trading these different patterns and all these different things, and they have no idea really what they're trading. They just saw somebody else trade it, or they heard about it, or they saw a video on YouTube, or they joined some type of investment or trading club or group, and this is all these people talk about trading. Oh, you can trade this pattern here, and it's like a 99% probability, or whatever their quote is or misquote is that they give you. And then you go out there and you try it, and you just continue to lose and get burned over and over and over again, right? So I tell folks, man, just make it simple, right? I had somebody one time say that, you know what, my videos were boring, right? And they're right. They are pretty boring, man. It's pretty boring stuff, unless you're excited about trading, right? If you're excited about trading, then you'll understand that the content that I'm giving you from these videos are very exciting, right? I don't have to just go out here and just yell and jump around and scream and, put on a show. But if I give you the content, right, and I'm giving you stuff that you can actually use, actionable strategies, then you're definitely gonna find my content to be exciting. Right? You're gonna get excited about it because you're like, wow, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy's giving me actionable stuff that I can go and do right now. This is good. This is real good. So yeah, we got about 3 minutes before the close of this candlestick, and I'm gonna tell you, I like the trade. I like where we at. I like the downward momentum that we're getting. That we're getting a sell off in the Great Britain pound, Japanese yen, which is great. That's what we want. The other currency pairs are continuing to move further down, which is great. That's what we want. Only thing right now that could really pretty much derail us is something unexpected coming into the market, quote unquote Trump. Please, 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 Mr. Trump, do not tweet out anything crazy between now and the end of the month, which I know that's too much to ask for because I'm pretty sure as we speak, something is probably out there in the Twitterverse is about to come out. I don't know. But at any rate, all jokes aside, as long as we don't get anything too crazy that comes out, we should be able to hold and take this nice little victory lap around here pretty soon, right? And like I said, just get ready for the live trade. I mean, that's the one that really makes a difference. This right here doesn't really make a difference. I mean, I could have flipped this and made this whole account, $2, $3, $4, $500,000, over the last 30 days, and it wouldn't matter because I can't spend a dime of it because it's not a real account. Okay. What I like doing is just coming in here and taking this account and trying out new things, and that's what you should do. You get a demo account, use it to experiment with. Try out those strategies that you read about, that you heard about, right? Before you actually put your real money with it. Make sure you understand how the strategy works. Make sure you understand how your money management is going to work within the strategy. And so that way, before you go out there and commit to it, and commit real money to it, at least you got a working idea of how this thing's gonna, how it's gonna move. Because if not, and you put real money into it, you don't want to experiment with real money. Why would you? That's crazy. Experiment with somebody else's money or play money, and then once you get it down and you understand it, then you can move on and use the real money. Okay. Never play around with real money. Always play around with fake money. Okay. So at any rate, looks like we're at the 3:59, 4 a.m. There we go. Woohoo! It is quitting time, and now it's about to quit. And as you can see, as we went to the 4 o'clock, price drop began, and so now we're over in the 800s, which is good. This thing is continuing to make money. The price is continually moving down, which is perfect. And that's what we want. So that way we, like I said, can get busy. Always like to leave you guys with something positive. And first of all, I just want to say thank you for everyone that's been tuning in over the last couple of weeks and stuff. And I know it's been difficult because of the time frame in which we stream. But I noticed a lot of folks come back in and they watch the videos afterwards and everything. So I want to thank you guys for that. And I also just want to tell you guys that, hey, listen, man, I appreciate all the love, and I know that you guys are trying and you're looking to try to learn, and there's a lot of different gurus out there, a lot of different people out there, a lot of stuff where people are trying to get you to spend money on things. Trust me, you don't have to go out there and spend a ton of money to learn how to trade Forex. There's a lot of free stuff out there, a lot of free information out there. Take advantage of the free information that's out there. A lot of different websites that give you free online courses. Like I said, you go to our website, you get a free online course there. Take advantage of all that free stuff. The main thing is just being disciplined. That is the key to this. People tend to get frustrated because they want to get rich overnight. They want to go ahead and make a whole bunch of money all in one day, and they don't have the discipline to just kind of sit there and take the time to grow their account out over time. When you're trading with Forex, just kind of remember that it's not a linear growth that you get in your account. It's more of a compounded growth over time from the profits that you take over time in the account and the losses that you minimize over time. Okay, so with that being said, I'm getting ready to get out of here. always like to leave you with something positive. And this right is actually a quote from the Navy SEALs, and I love this quote, and I love talking about this because I think it just says so much about us traders and what we do. And the SEALs have a quote that goes like this. It says the less you, I'm sorry, it says the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in war. Think about that. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in war. It's a very true saying. So basically, it's saying is that you got to practice hard, right? You got to go in there, you got to give practice 100% of what you got, right? Because the more you practice doesn't make perfect, but it does make better, right? And so the more you practice, the more energy you put into practice, the more effort you put into practice. That way, when you get into that real action, when you actually live bullets flying at your head and somebody's actually trying to kill you, right? The more likely you're going to be successful because you put that time and effort into that practice sessions, right? Same thing with trading. You get your demo account before you start going out there trying to put real money into the market, right? Practice, man. Just practice. Like Iverson said, practice. Yeah, practice, right? Just practice, man. Play around with it, learn it, get it down. Understand what it is that you're trading before you start trading it, right? Learn where your exits are at. Learn where the take profits are going to be at, and then once you feel comfortable and you're able to make some consistent profits on your practice account, right? You're doing consistently good on your practice account. Then maybe look to switch over to a real account. And even when you switch over to a real account at that time, don't go in with a standard account. Do a micro or a mini account at first, and then just kind of work your way up to the standard account. Okay, because the worst thing you can do to yourself is go out there and bite off more than you can chew. Because in this type of environment, it is a zero-sum game, meaning that someone has to win and someone has to lose, right? And for someone to win, that means someone had to have taken a loss, and you don't want it to be you that's taking that loss. Let it be the other guy that didn't practice that takes that loss. All right. At any rate, guys, listen, I'm about to get out of here. Our price, our stuff is still moving up here. So, like I say, we expect to be profitable going into the middle of the week. Check back with us tomorrow so that way you get an update and you can see exactly how we are doing. God bless you. Take care of yourselves. I hope you have a truly profitable and prosperous day. Don't forget to check us out on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest. We're out there. Just find us. Don't forget to go to our website, forextechmagazine.com, so that way you can go there and download that free online trading course. And also remember the whole thing about Smart Trader. Love, great software. And if you have the opportunity, please go there and register so you can use it. At any rate, God bless you, and I will see you guys later. Bye.